It's the 16th of May and it feels as though someone's just opened the oven door. The temperatures have soared. It was 20 degrees when we got up this morning and now it's over 30 degrees. We've come down to Magaluf to have a look around and things are definitely different. So let's have a little walk around Magaluf and see what those differences are.
Yes, summer is here, so I'm glad I got my new parasol.
Now we've got lots of people on the beach, we've got lots and lots of boats out there, and the local council or the coastal authorities have been busy clearing up the seaweed that was lying on the beach, so everything is now seriously getting ready for the summer. Lots of the bars and restaurants are open. We just walked past this one, which is Bondi Beach, and lots of people sitting there having drinks, having food. We're just going to walk a little bit along the promenade and I'll update you with what news I have from here in Mallorca. So tomorrow's the 17th of May and that was a key date for the UK to be reducing their restrictions. So when Boris Johnson set out his dates, that was one that was really important. And one of the things that we're all keen on is the freedom to travel a little bit more. And so from tomorrow, barring any surprises at the last minute, travel restrictions should be eased and people should be able to travel more easily. It doesn't mean easily, it just means more easily. Spain is on the amber list, and even though the Baleares have got really great numbers as far as COVID is concerned, we're not on the green list. So it means there are restrictions in place, more severe restrictions, because we're on the amber list, and that's all about taking these PCR tests before you leave Mallorca, going back to the UK, going into quarantine and having to take more tests while you're in quarantine. If we were on the green list, a lot of these things just disappear. So the hope is that the Baleares may be considered separately from the mainland of Spain, because our figures are totally different from the rest of Spain. We have very low incidence rates, we have great vaccinations now. By the end of this month, a huge proportion of the population will be vaccinated, and so things are very positive, which is not the same on the mainland. So on the mainland they have totally different situations depending on where you are. So places like Valencia are similar to us, but places like Madrid are not, and there's a big difference in different parts. So all that remains to be seen. Here we can see there's lots of people on the beach. The beach beds have been put out. The parasols are not out, so people have had to bring their own parasols today. And you can see more of the bars and restaurants are opening up. People are enjoying their lunch. It is lunchtime and the temperature is getting towards that 30-degree. Our restrictions here have eased again a little bit maybe. And so yesterday, which was Saturday, we actually went out for dinner in the evening on a Saturday evening. It's the first time we've done that for a very long time. It's really nice to be able to do that and to stay out till 10:30. Well, 10:30 is the time the bars, the restaurants have to close, and then curfew is 11 o'clock. None of that's changed, and we're still wearing masks unless you're on the beach. We're actually on the promenade now, so supposed to be wearing masks. Some of the bars and restaurants are not open yet, but are getting ready to open. So this one, I've got the smell of paint, or the smell of something there. So they've actually started work on that, whereas some still have a little bit to go, and a lot of work needs to be done there. You can see there's lots of people out and about enjoying the warm sunshine. Lots of yachts out there, all moored off Magaluf. Just dead in and have a look down. It's a bit windy here, but it's a nice warm wind. And we'll head off into Magaluf to see what's happening in the town. Bars are still only open on their terraces, which isn't an issue for most of the bars in Magaluf. They all have terraces, most of them have terraces, but it is an issue for bars in Palma, where most of the bars don't have terraces and rely on the inside, so they still can't open at all. Restaurants that don't have a terrace can't open at all. But that's all due to change next weekend. Down this road here. There's not many people around, but there's a few. I can see tables and chairs out. That means they are getting ready to open up. These were not here a while ago when we last came down, a month ago now. So starting to look as though Magaluf's coming to life. So the bars and restaurants, as I was saying, have been closed for a long time because they don't have any external space. Some of them have been allowed to use part of the road, the parking area on the road. They've been able to cordon those off, so some of them have tried that. And it's worked in some places, but it doesn't work very well. But hopefully next weekend, we're going to start to see a little bit of a change. Those bars, the ones that don't have any terrace, are going to be allowed to open on the inside. Great news. And the bars with terraces are protesting because they can't open the inside, so they can only open the terrace. And they see that as being a little bit unfair. Yeah, they've been allowed to be open for some time, so it's a little bit of catch up, and hopefully all of this will get sorted in the next few weeks and we'll get back to some sort of normality. So I'm interested to come around this particular area because this is where the big new hotel is, and it's looking very quiet here, not open at all. So I'm not sure when this is going to be opening up. This is part of the Mallorca group, and the swimming pool that's on the roof here doesn't have any water in it, so nobody's going to be swimming in that one. Some big news that might interest some of the club goers, and that is Tito's, which has been closed for a long time, has been sold. And curiously, it's been bought by a company called Camper, and Camper are more known as a shoe company from Inca. I don't think they're going to turn it into a shoe factory, but they are closing it as a disco or venue for events. So Tito's in Palma is closing, is closed and is now being emptied, and Camper have said that they're going to camper have said that they're going to convert it into either a hotel or maybe some residence. It's not quite clear yet what they're going to do with it. So why am I talking about that? Well, when we're in Magaluf, well, the Tito's is actually owned by Cursac Group. Cursac Group is a group that own lots of discos and those sorts of places in Mallorca. In particular, they own BCM. They now announced that the Tito's name is not going to disappear, but is going to be incorporated into BCM. So the lower floor of BCM, which used to be known as Millennium, is now going to become Tito's. So Tito's from Palma is going to be reborn, and we'll see Tito's here in Magaluf. So that's something interesting, and I'll keep you posted when we hear anything new on that. Well, we've just had a really nice drink at Sinky's, which I can now officially say is the best bar in the whole of Magaluf, as the Tartan Arms is now closed, and Davey is enjoying his retirement. Davey and Tommy and Ryan now at the Sinky's have been friends of ours for a very long time. But Ryan's taken over, and see that the Sinky's bar is now in safe hands. Ryan was just telling me that the Hotel Samos is due to be opening soon. It's closed at the moment, but they will be opening up. Sinky's is not the only bar open, there are some others. There's Espanol. Just going to cross over, take a closer look at the Samos. So it's looking ready, it's all nice and clean outside, nice and tidy. Still got the dust sheets on the inside. Those can still be removed, and soon be removed, quickly be removed, and then Hotel Samos will be up in action. It's one of the hotels that was open for much of last year, hardly closed at all. So here we are coming up to BCM, and it'll be interesting to see what happens when Tito's becomes part of BCM. So they talk about the ground floor, which used to be the Millennium, but they're looking to attract high rollers, the people with lots of money. They don't seem to be ashamed to say that. So they want people to be buying their €250 bottles of champagne. So Magaluf's not quite open yet, but we're definitely getting there, and I can see if we come here in a month's time, we'll see a big difference, and we'll see lots more tourists. What nationality those tourists are will remain to be seen. I've got a feeling that they'll still be mainly German and French. And of course we get the Scandinavians here as well. Just coming down past what is now the Kathmandu Hotel. This used to be the Magaluf Park Hotel in my day, so I've just had an interesting discussion with Ryan about the name changes. Because you grow up with a certain name and it sort of sticks in your mind, and then when it changes name, it leads to confusion. So this one is now called the Sol Kathmandu Park and Resort. So it's part of the complex which has the upside down house. And I did see someone asking about it and what it's like. I've never been into this hotel since it was changed, but it looks very impressive. This was the Magaluf Park, but it is now closed. It's not open yet. As soon as it is open, I'll come down and we can take a closer look. On this side of the road, these places are not open because there's no reason to be open. There's nobody here for them to cater for. As soon as the tourists arrive, all of these places will start to open up. If you ever do need a clinic, right across from here we've got the Juaneda. This is a private clinic, so they're going to make you pay. So make sure you've got your insurance, because medical bills can be expensive. So I'm just going to cross over here and just have a quick look inside the Magaluf Park Kathmandu Hotel. So you can actually see the swimming pool here, but there's not really any water in it. Things are looking pretty neat and tidy. It just needs a couple of days, maybe a week to open up. But this will be opening up soon when things start to get ready. So we've had a nice little walk around Magaluf, and we can see that Magaluf is beginning to come to life, slowly but surely. Lots and lots of people on the beach, quite a few people in the restaurants that are open, and so progress is being made. I think in another couple of weeks we'll start to see a lot more people here. So if you've enjoyed it, please subscribe and do share it with your friends. Bye for now.
Bye.